are going to discuss about account. An account is a record of all business transactions relating to a particular person or item. All the entries are recorded in the account with the help of journal. After recording the entries in the journal, we post all the entries in the ledger account, and this ledger account is known as account. These accounts are recorded on the particular persons and items entry. Means if the transactions are related to the cash, then it's all entries of cash is recorded in cash account. But if the transactions is related to the purchase, then it must be recorded in the purchase account. Means all the entries related to a particular item recorded in a particular account. The format of cash account is shown here. First of all, first column represent date, and after that particulars represents that from where the entry comes from. After that, journal folio number, which is the page number of journal, and after that amount. This amount represent the debit amount of the transactions, and after that these columns are repeated again: date, particulars, journal folio and amount. This portion means left side is known as debit column and right side is represent credit. After knowing about the account, it is necessary to know the types of accounts or classifications of accounts. Accounts are classified into two parts. First of all, personal account, and second is impersonal account. Personal account is also divided into three parts: natural personal account, artificial personal account and representative personal account. It is not necessary to know, but have a short look on those accounts. First of all, we discuss about natural personal account. Natural personal accounts includes all the human beings which have the physical existence, taking breath and etc. Just like Mohan, Sohan, Rohan, etc. Next is the artificial person. Artificial person exactly do not have the natural existence, but the eye of law it is made person, means it is represent as a person by the eye of law. So company and firm is also a person. Next is the representative personal account. Representative personal account is exactly those accounts which represent the personal accounts. Means if we talk about salary, actually this salary is not represents any person, but if we add outstanding, then it must be related to a person. Means the salary which is not paid to the that employee. So these are the types of personal account, and after that we discuss about the impersonal account. Impersonal account is further divided into two parts: real account and nominal account. Real account is further divided into two parts, which are tangible real account and intangible real account. Tangible real accounts are those accounts which can be seen and touched, just like building, machinery, furniture, etc. Next one is the intangible real assets or intangible real account. Intangible real accounts are those accounts which we cannot touch or see. These are those accounts which have only feet, just like trademark, software, etc. Next one is the nominal account. Nominal account includes all the expenses and losses, incomes and gains. So nominal accounts includes all those things which represents companies or any firms losses, incomes or expenses, just like salary paid to the employee, rent paid, commission received, etc. These all are included in the nominal account. Salary and rent both are the expense for the company, but commission received is the income for that company. After studying these types of account, it is necessary to know about the golden rules of accounting. Golden rules of accounting is also known as the debit and credit rules of accounting. First of all, we want to clear that we just study about personal account, real account and nominal account. We just talk about only three accounts, not more than these: personal account, real account and nominal account. So first of all, we talk about personal account. Personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. If any person receives from the business, then it will be debited in this account, and if he receives, if he gives something, then it will must be credited. Just like Mohan paid 20,000 to the business. Mohan paid 20,000. So Mohan is the giver in the business, so it will be shown as a credit. So we write here the transaction entry that cash account debit to Mohan. Cash account debited by 20,000 and Mohan is also credited by same amount 20,000. After that, the debit and credit rule of real account. In real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Means if anything comes in the business, it will be debit, and if it goes out from the business, then it will must be shown as a credit. So by the help of a transaction, we can understand it better way. So if we can say that furniture purchased for cash for 1 lakh. Furniture account debit because furniture comes in the business and cash account goes out from the business. This is credited in this account. As we know that furniture and cash both are related to the real account, so it will must be follow the rule of real account. Next one is the nominal account. As we know that nominal account includes all the expenses, losses, income and gains. So the debit and credit rules for nominal account is all expenses and losses are debit and all incomes and gains are credit. Let us see an entry. Salary paid to the employees for 60,000. Means 60,000 paid to the employee. Salary is a type of expense for the business, so salary will be debited because salary is the expense, and here we written that expenses are debited. So salary account debit to cash account, and as per our knowledge that cash is also a real account, and cash is real account and cash goes out. So cash will be credited in this account. So salary debited for 60,000 and cash debited for credited for same amount 60,000. This is the traditional approach of debit and credit rules of accounting. Thank you.